Alright, so welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about one of the hottest IPOs dropping this week, if not the hottest IPO, and that is Airbnb. And for those who don't know, this will be out on December 9th, will be available for trade on December 10th, and you're going to like what I have for you today. You don't want to miss out on this one, so tune into this video and hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Please help us reach 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and also hit that noti bell. You do not want to miss out on our buying opportunities. We recently recommended Nordstrom, which is up 140% since we recommended it. So that is more than double your money. That is 3 times your money there. And we've also recommended PIC, Pivotal Investment Corp, which is up 60% this week. We've recommended Tesla a long time ago, back in September, which is almost up 100% since we recommended it. So you do not want to miss out on the buying opportunities at all. Alright, so let's get into Airbnb. And for those who don't know, Airbnb are a company that allow people to rent out their properties for a short period of time. And people hugely prefer Airbnb. 1, because of the brand name. 2, the convenience. 3, the simplicity. And 4th, the variety. So it's not like a regular hotel. Airbnb have a lot of variety. You could book many different kinds of properties, and they're also quite affordable and cheaper than your average hotel as well. For more, you get everything in an Airbnb. It's like having your own apartment for a short while. So it's no surprise why it is gathering more attention from the general community and is becoming more popular. And before we do go into Airbnb, it is key to know that the travel and tourism industry is the fastest growing industry right now in the UK, accounting for 11.9% of the total industry and grew 3.9% in 2018 alone. And it's also 3.2% above the global GDP. So it does contribute to a record $8.8 trillion. And of course, this growth won't be substantial now, but we have to remember that the travel and tourism industry will keep on growing and will recover. As you may know, we're in a pandemic right now. People can't travel as much, but it is due to recover, especially with this vaccine coming out now. And I feel like this will be big. It has been approved so far in the UK and not in the States, but we also have to remember that Airbnb do not just operate in the UK and the States alone. They operate in 220 different countries, and they operate across 100,000 different cities, and they currently have 5.6 million listings, and that is very, very big. And I feel like this is only set to increase as we recover from this pandemic, and going into 2021 and 2022 and 2023, we could see Airbnb pick up very nicely. Okay, moving on to the global online sales, and this was due to produce an $100 billion in revenue. However, due to the pandemic, we haven't seen this kind of growth. We've seen a pullback. It hasn't produced any extra revenue so far, and it is significantly lower than we have expected. However, upon the announcement of the vaccine, we can see this recover year over year, and I feel like by 2022, 2023, we should see it gap the levels it was 2018, 2019, and it could reach all-time highs by that time. I could see this is very feasible, especially with the growing of the tourism and the traveling. I feel like people would want to make up for lost time due to the pandemic, which has lasted the scale of the whole year. So yeah, this would be very exciting for Airbnb. And I do want to get into the competitors as well. So right now, Airbnb's top competitors are Expedia and TripAdvisor. These are the current leaders in the travel industry right now. And right now, this is like the point where the companies do have the chance to become top of the sector. This is a very open space. It's kind of like a race before the consolidation happens. So what I mean by that is, when the consolidation happens, you have like a major company that dominates the market. Then you have the second, then you have the third company, which gap behind. They'll also be dominating, but not like the top company. But right now, it is an open space to see if we can capture that top spot. And Airbnb would want to capture that top spot. I think they're sitting third right now, with Expedia being first. But yeah, I feel like it is up for grabs. That top spot is up for grabs in order to see who will dominate that travel and tourism market. And as I did mention before, this Airbnb IPO goes live December 9th, will be available for trading December 10th, and this will raise $2.5 billion for Airbnb. And the market value of Airbnb sits around $30 billion. So this will make the share price in the range of $44 to $50, which I feel like is an okay share price. I would gauge the action of the price on the day, and I'll see which price I'll be happy to buy in at. But 45 to 50, if it consolidates at that price on the day, maybe see what it's saying the next day, and I'll see what price I do want to buy in at. However, I don't think this should be a big concern, as I see massive growth for Airbnb year over year if you are a long-term investor. So yeah, some may argue that this is overvalued, but I believe this valuation is fair based on the company's market position, brand power, which is important. Brand power is very important. Market opportunity, global opportunity, and especially in a time like this where the travel sector is being badly beaten. Airbnb, even though they haven't done as well, they managed to hold up. And this is very good. And even though they did have to claim 100 million in debt to cover the debt due to the pandemic, I feel like they will only bounce back from here. In terms of revenue, the revenue of Airbnb has decreased 32% from 3.7 billion to 2.5 billion in 2020, and the bookings have decreased by almost 40% for the obvious reasons, the pandemic we're in right now. But as I said, as Airbnb goes live, as everything goes back to normal, we do expect this to pick up again, and I feel like the revenues of Airbnb will reach all-time highs in 2022 or 2023. And the vaccine, we should see some stabilization in the travel industry, and then it will just take off from there. So I do expect the price of Airbnb to double within the next year or two and triple within the next 3 years. So I feel like in terms of a long-term hold, this would be a very good buy. And when the travel and tourism industry does go into full effect and the hotel industry does go into full effect, we could see some major price movement from Airbnb. And my predictions are just a minimum baseline. It could even 5x in that time, 3 to 4 years. So yeah, I feel like this would be a really good buy and a really good hold long term. So if you did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that noti bell. I've already told you about the bad opportunities we've given and the returns they've given as well. And as I did mention in the last video, we did recommend CICC, which is up 30% in just a couple of days. So yeah, you don't want to miss out on our buying opportunities.